Are you looking to buy or sell a home? If so, we recommend you contact Alicia Hernandez with Clem Real Estate, who is also a member of the newly formed Mountain House Elite Group. Alicia is a licensed agent that knows how to take care of her clients. Call her today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started. We usually have a lot of people that come in after we get started as they get ready to come back from work and have their dinners. So I'm sure there'll be more people joining us. Welcome this evening. Thanks to everybody who's coming. We're going to be introducing a lot of new technology to you tonight that we're providing to the community for outreach to the community. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jan McClintock. I'm the general manager. Let's see who's here. Nader Sharingi. Nader, you want to wave your hand? He's our Public Works Director. Doug Louie over there, he takes care of a lot of our maintenance. Morgan Gruber, he's our Community Services. Harpal Singh, he does operations and maintenance. Let's see, Sarah Ragsdale is here somewhere. She may be hiding. Oh, there's Sarah, she works in our accounting department. Marie and Mary in the back corner. Many of you who come to the front desk know Marie and Mary. I do believe Danae is off. Angel Lamb is in the back. Ahmad is over there. He's also in our engineering department. Is Gay here this evening? And then so last but not least is Lorene Salazar. She is our human resources leader. Linda? Oh, duh. Okay, it's my face red. Linda, who is running our projector tonight and is kind of our ace in the hole to do whatever needs to get done. And in just a second, I'm going to ask our Vice President, Bernice Tingle, to come up. Again, I want to thank you for being here. And I'm going to let Bernice introduce the board members who are here and say hello to you all.
Thank you, Jen. Good evening, everyone. You know, these meetings are the best opportunity or the best ways for us to keep you updated on the status and the growth. Normally my voice projects people telling me to be quiet, Bernice. But these meetings are the best way to keep us updated on the status and the growth of our community. And many times we have these community meetings, well, we always ask how many people are here from the various villages. So sticking with protocol, let's start with how many people here who've never been to one of the community meetings before. Just a show of hands. Thank you and welcome, and we'd like to see you again. How many people from the Wickland community? Thank you. The Bethany? Okay. Altamont?
Yo.
Okay. Altamont's in the house. Questa? Okay, it seems to be even, but the point is we want to tell our neighbors to come out because these community meetings are a good source of information and just a gathering. I'd like to introduce the board for this year. Our president, Steve Gutierrez, is unable to attend tonight. I'm the vice president, Bernice Tingle. Is Celeste Farron here? And could you stand Jim Lamb? And Director Andy Sue. I knew I saw Andy. Very well. The Mountain House Board of Directors are currently engaged in the budget workshop process. This is one of our biggest challenges or tasks that the board works through each year. The community is invited to not only to listen, but to provide input as we go through this budget process. And to that end, our next budget meeting is this coming Wednesday, the 21st, 5 p.m. at the CSD building, which is at 230 South Sterling. If you can come out, please do, and if you can't come out, you're able then to see it on the streaming on your computer, and that would be a good thing. And the board, we want to let you know that this board is committed to work diligently and carefully to reach a budget that is financially responsible and represents the best interests of our great community. And Mountain House is really a great community and growing. The Mountain House Board of Directors also working hard and diligently with our developers and stakeholders to ensure that we remain on course in following our master plan and to ensure that our community stays great and that we remain focused on our design and have a high-quality product throughout the town. Thank you very much, and I know we're going to enjoy our meeting.
Well, this is a true community meeting, and in California, as in most states, there are multiple layers of government and civic organizations that take care of us for various different purposes. One of them is the Mountain House Community Services District. I just introduced the staff, and Vice President Tingle introduced you to your elected officials. The next layer of government that is represented here this evening is our county Board of Supervisors, and I'm going to introduce you to Bob Elliott, who represents this area from the County Board of Supes. Mr. Elliott? Supervisor Elliott?
You got here just in time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
I'm Bob Elliott, District 5, County Supervisor. And I'd just like to start by saying congratulations again on the opening of your new branch library here, your new temporary library in Mountain House. I was really pleased to be there for the celebration on May 3rd when that opened. Last time I came, I mentioned several water issues that are going on these days. For instance, the Delta Tunnel's water bond. There are about 9 different versions of a water bond that are competing to get on the ballot. Water storage and the drought. And the drought, of course, remains the number one problem. The drought is affecting our agriculture very seriously, and currently every county in the state is in some stage of drought, at least severe drought or worse. 76% of the counties are in extreme drought, which is one level higher than severe drought, and 24% are in exceptional drought, the highest level of drought. So at the county level, we have an agricultural drought task force, and I continue to receive updates on a daily basis from our County Office of Emergency Services on just what's happening with the drought and what actions may be taken by state and federal agencies as well. So I want to again thank your board of directors for taking action and declaring a water shortage emergency back in February. And I want to thank you, the members of Mountain House, for doing your part to conserve water, because that's one of the principal things that we can do to get us through this serious shortage. We're also continuing to work with Sheriff Moore to improve public safety. One thing that we can do right now is work to improve the security on our honor farm, which is a very low security facility. And we've had some cases where people have actually escaped from the honor farm because basically all they had to do was just walk out. So our sheriff has now received $384,000 from our Community Corrections Partnership for additional fencing and a controlled gate on that facility. So that should at least reduce the escape, and also it will minimize the amount of contraband that people are able to drive in there with. And there are a number of other options that are being considered. As you may know, with the AB 109 that was enacted a couple of years ago, that was the public safety realignment. We now have about 30% or so of the inmates in our county jail are as a result of that realignment, where the non-serious, non-violent, non-sexual inmates were, instead of being assigned to the state prisons, are now assigned to the county jails. So that does put an additional burden on our jails and creates a continuing problem with trying to avoid that cord cap on the number of inmates. We're also working to continue to foster economic development here. We're starting to see some positive economic signs. Several things are happening that look good. We're continuing to try to market San Joaquin County as an extension of the Silicon Valley. And of course, with Mountain House being the first village, the first settlement, not quite a city yet, but I understand we're heading that direction. But Mountain House being the first location that you come to once you cross the pass and enter San Joaquin County, we think that will be a great thing if we can continue to foster that relationship with Silicon Valley. And you're already starting to see some positive signs there. You've got the Google barge that's parked in the port of Stockton. We've got Amazon, of course, right next door in Tracy. And we've got Tesla that has announced plans to open a new, very high-tech, they say 1,000 robots or so, in addition to 125 jobs right there in Lathrop. So we've got some interest from some big names in Silicon Valley that are showing, that are considering moving here, and some of them are actually taking serious steps to do so. So I think that's all the good news for our county. With Mountain House, we had our first meeting last year of the Mountain House Economic Development Stakeholders Group. And meanwhile, the intent of that was just to get people together, the various stakeholders in the economic development aspects of Mountain House, to try to smooth over any difficulties or remove obstacles to development here. And since that time, and on a parallel path, the plans for your community center have been proceeding nicely. I understand there's another community meeting coming up May 31st, I believe. 31st. And so shortly after that, I intend to have another meeting of our Mountain House Economic Development Stakeholders Group, just to try to keep that process moving and keep the momentum going. Another positive development is in our Stockton Metropolitan Airport, which is, regardless of its name, it is actually the county airport. We have a new airport director, and he is taking every measure that he can to try to use the airport as a means to promote economic development as well. So in terms of that, Allegiant Airlines, currently our only provider, has expanded their service. They now have service to Las Vegas on a seasonal basis, to Hawaii, and they've just recently announced that they're opening service to Phoenix, Arizona as well. Meanwhile, he's working with some other airlines to try to establish a broader service there, and some international airlines have expressed an interest as well. So some more good things that are coming there. In regards to our veteran population, that continues to be a challenge. We're still pushing the VA to come up with a plan or a date when they're actually going to have money available to allow us to break ground on the new VA facility out near French Camp, which will serve veterans throughout the valley. We also had a recent joint Congressional Veterans Town Hall meeting out there at French Camp. And there may have been some veterans from over here that came to that. If there were any of you who were there, I certainly appreciate your presence. That was an excellent opportunity to let your feelings be known and urge the VA to go ahead and get that facility built. But we are continuing our efforts to get that done, and I think we'll be able to pull it off. Tomorrow at 1:30, for those who are interested, the Board of Supervisors will hold our annual Veterans Recognition Day at our board chambers. So anyone who would like to attend is certainly welcome, and we'll be able to give special recognition to some of our county veterans. And lastly, I'd like to just congratulate the residents of Mountain House again on the excellent participation and community involvement in these community workshops that have taken place to develop the plan, the look and the feel of your community center. I think that's just wonderful that so many residents have taken part in that activity, because it's really a unique opportunity to shape what your downtown, your community center is going to look like. So I just want to commend you all for that and urge you to keep up the good work in that regard. Thank you very much.
The next level of government that is represented here for you tonight comes from the state of California. Mr. Wong from Assembly Member, is that the right politically correct phrase? Assembly Member Eggman's office is here to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Jen. Good evening, everybody. This is my fourth time at one of these community service quarterly meetings that you have. I've always found them to be extremely useful and educational to find out what is going on and what's important to the residents of the community service district here at Mountain House. And as Supervisor Elliott has mentioned, you are taking steps forward to become more than just a community service district, and we commend you on that. Just a few points I'd like to make sure that you know is that the Assembly member, it was important that Mountain House not be ignored by the state of California. And so since March of last year, 2013, we've been having regularly scheduled community office hours here in Mountain House. And just a reminder that it is every Wednesday, the second Wednesday of each month from 10 to 11:30 a.m. at the Community Services District's offices, actually in your chambers. And we've diligently been meeting with community members every month. And this is another opportunity for us to do so, but just don't think that that's the only opportunity for you. We have information in the back. My business card is here, and whenever citizens here in Mountain House have a problem or an issue, feel free to always contact us. We are at your service. And also to let you know that the Assembly member is looking forward to the possibility of offering some workshops that we've been planning, hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months down the line here in Mountain House and in the Tracy area. One is about the subject of financial literacy, especially for youth. We think that, well, when I was in college, I didn't do a very good job managing my money. And we know that, education is very important here, but one of the things that they don't teach in schools nowadays is how to manage your money. And so we hope to offer something for high school seniors and college-age students about managing your money when you're in college. And the second item that we're hoping to put on sometime in the next few months is a senior scam stopper event in conjunction with the Contractor State Licensing Board. There's a lot of fraud going on all over the place, whether it's home building or remodeling of homes, that a lot of the state contractors, the Contractors Licensing Board has found that they take advantage of seniors, and we want to offer a workshop for seniors that will allow them to avoid some of these scams and some of this fraud that's going on from some unscrupulous contractors, people who say they have contracts with the state of California. So look for those on our website, or hopefully we will be able to let you know through the Mountain Houses Community Service District Bulletin about these upcoming events in the next few months. And again, I'll be here all night for this event and be happy to speak to you about any state issues that you might have in concern with any of the agencies at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Another, not on the agenda, but if he wants to say anything, I'd be happy to let him speak for a couple of minutes. United States federal government is also an important government that helps with certain types of things, or obstructs, as you may feel. And U.S. Congressman McNerney's office is here. Do you want to say anything, or you just want to wait? It's up to you. Politician's never going to not, well, his representative is never going to not take the microphone.
Hi, I'm Gary Prost from Congressman Jerry McNerney's office. And to follow up on the drought, yes, the drought is a major issue. The congressman is working to try to stop the tunnels and come up with a much better plan, much better statewide water plan. We think we have a good opportunity to do this. And also the VA clinic, we thought it was a good meeting. It was a very good meeting. We got Lisa Freeman, who was the director of the VA Palo Alto healthcare system, to come out and listen to the veterans director and know what you had to say. Also, we had the acting director of the Oakland Regional Office, where the veterans' claims are adjudicated. Now, the biggest thing that we do is casework out of our office. And I just want to let you know that if you're having a problem with a federal agency, let us know about it. We'll see what we can do to help. We can help with communications. We can't represent you, but we can help you communicate with the federal agency you're having a problem with. Usually helps to have us do the inquiry. Sometimes you can speed things up. So I have my cards in the back, and I'm back here taking notes. So we are interested in the issues that are going on here that we can have some effect on. Federal, very narrow stuff over local jurisdictions. But whatever we can do to help, we'd be glad to do it.
Thank you very much.